Hello, hello, hello. It is around 25 past 11 on Thursday morning, and I had hoped to do this live on Sunday. But if you saw my community post, you'll see that I didn't have the space to myself, so I couldn't really do it. And so here I am, and you do not know how nerve-wracking this is because I can't edit as it's live, and it's really it took me a few seconds really to turn the camera on and go live because I was just so nervous. So please say hello if you are there watching. I know that there is someone watching, and the reason I'm doing this live is because I've made a few friends on here, and they've gone live, and I thought, right, let's do this and feel the fear and do it anyway, as the book says. So a few mentions. I hope you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me see. Hi, Severine. Let me know if you can hear me, because I was going to use my laptop and put on my webcam. Perfect, thank you. And yeah, so I was going to use the webcam, and my laptop was doing so many upgrades, and it's whizzing around, and I thought, no, you won't be able to hear me if I do that. Anyway, so people to thank or people to mention who's done the lives, and I know Severine's here, so I am going to say hello to Severine. And the other people is Jen Gould at Beautiful Life Sage, Dr. Doris Torres, and oh my god, ooh, hello, hi, Jane Belbert from New Zealand, and El Reno Coaching. So you guys have really sort of motivated me to do this live. And I feel so emotional, oh my god. Anyway, so I did not think I'd feel like this. Oh. So the reason I'm doing this live is to get over the fear, for one thing, and I've got a few reasons really. And one of the main reasons is to thank all of you for thank you to all of you for your support, your encouragement. And the more people I see come on here, the more nervous I'm getting. Your support, your encouragement, your sharing your experiences, and which has been really, really lovely and touching, and sometimes really, not sometimes, a lot of the time, it's been really, really, it's been really, really quite overwhelming, the stories that you've shared with me, and I'm really touched by everything that you've shared, and just your total encouragement. And please know, I've got to apologise that if I haven't answered or commented on the messages that you've left on any of my posts, it's only because there's so many, and I really appreciate all your posts, but there's so many that I would never be able to do any other videos or do anything else if I was to spend the time answering everybody. But I do read everybody's messages, and even the one that I came to realize now that it's in Portuguese, so I do read all the messages, and I translated the Portuguese message this morning. So thank you so much for your comments and your support. Oh my goodness. Hi to Ryan. Sorry, my eyes are really bad. Where are you from? Okay, so I am really good today. I'm really sorry for getting emotional. I just didn't think I would. So because I've had so many messages, I thought I would come and answer a few of them here. Sorry, excuse me. Oh dear. So my nose is running a bit. Oh my God. I think this is going to be really funny when I start watching it. Okay, so the first thing is thank you so much for all your birthday wishes and just all your messages of happy birthday. Oh my dear. Oh dear, sorry. So although I posted the video of my birthday, I think last weekend, my birthday was actually in October. So obviously I can't tell you when because it's just privacy and I don't want to be stalked. Maybe I shouldn't say that on here. So also the biggest also thank you is I know there's been quite a lot of you who has supported me in terms of the super chats and the Buy Me a Coffee, which I created Buy Me a Coffee just on the off chance, and you have been so generous, and I did not think that any of it would happen, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. They're all still on there. I don't think I will get any payment from YouTube or anything like that. For the main thing, I've still got to submit my taxes so that they can tax me before they send me the payment. And also it's just being careful that I meet all the legal stuff that I need to do. Yeah, so that is, it's been really helpful, and it's been really encouraging knowing that you're all sharing your experiences and that we are going through all this. Happy birthday to Bellbird. Yeah, it's yeah, I had my birthday in October. Happy twin birthday to you. Where am I from? So let me answer some of these questions. I am in the UK and I grew up in the UK, but originally I was born in the Philippines, and I've been here, where are we? 40 plus years. So over 45 years I've been in the UK, and I've grown up here, which is why, as you probably noticed, I don't have a Filipino accent. Okay, so any more questions? What is the smallest pair of shoes you have? Don't have a lot. I haven't bought a pair of shoes in a very long time. So as I've said, I do read a lot of your messages, if not all your messages, and some of them get a bit lost because when that video about not belonging started being promoted by YouTube, there were literally hundreds of messages, and I could read it all to begin with, but then it was just coming, so many messages was just coming through that there's no way I could keep up with replying. But I have sort of, I've lost track. I have read and thought about some of the questions that came up, and I thought I would answer them. So this is from Jay Belbert. I used to work with Filipino people. They were great workers. Yeah, they are great workers. Admittedly, although I am from Philippines, a lot of I'm more British, namely only because it's just the way we've lived. And to be honest, when we first got here, my parents went to my teachers, or our teachers, and they said, "Oh, we're scared that our children will never learn how to speak English." And apparently, that teacher said, "Oh, speak English at home," and that's what we've done since that time. So that's why I understand Tagalog, but I don't really speak it. So my brain and the language just doesn't compute fast enough for me. So a few questions that I'd sort of picked up with all the messages that came through. One from this morning was, how long do they take 55% of your pay? So on one of the videos, I shared that because I am claiming benefits at the moment, so the way it works is that from my wages, the government will take back 55%. So they'll deduct that 55% from my wages and reduce the benefits that I would get. So what is left from reducing the benefits plus my wages is what I would get. And it is literally moving 2 steps forward and 1 step back. I do get more money by working than if I wasn't working. And the disadvantage also of not working and just claiming benefits, one, for your own personal sense of self, for me anyway, that I really hate being dependent on people or on benefits. I never wanted to. It's just a situation I got into, and here we are. So as long as I am on benefits, they will take 55%, and that's part of the reason that I want to get off it, is because I won't be able to move forward unless I've got the whole of my wages to myself. Obviously, with tax and national insurance and things like that being deducted. So that's one question. The other question I had the other day was, what camera do I use? Now, at the moment, I am using my phone because I was going to use my laptop, but it's doing so many updates with the webcam attached that you wouldn't be able to hear me. And when I go to the park, I use Canon G7X Mark II, which I know is considered a good camera. The thing with that is it's old, and it doesn't have an external mic. So if I was to have it quite far away, there'd be too much background noise and you wouldn't be able to hear me very well. And also, as it's got older, I try to hide it when I do the edits, but as the camera has got older, and you probably don't notice it, but I do, because when I'm editing, I've got, hello, I'm good, thank you, happiness. Sorry. When I'm editing, I have on-ear headphones. That way I've got better sense of what I sound like or what the whole video is sounding like. But with the camera, I've heard lots of clicking, and you're all probably going to go and listen to the videos now to see if you can hear it. So So that's why I want a new camera, because it's too hard for me to get the sound quality of videos that I would really like to have. And sadly, it's going to take a little bit longer to get my camera, but that's just other issues. There's a lot of other more important things, I guess, for me to spend that money on. And at this moment in time, I haven't received any extra money, and the only income I have is really just what I've had. So that is from my work and from the minimal benefits that I'm getting. So I haven't received any other income, either YouTube or anywhere else, just for the record. Okay, one of the questions was actually someone who, I think she said she was a nurse, and one of her questions was that, why don't I go back to midwifery? Now, when I was a midwife, it was great. We were right at the beginning of my career. In the UK, midwifery is seen to be midwife-led. You're what's the word? You're the voice for the mum and their families. But nowadays, it's a lot of social issues, lots of paperwork, lots of reducing the prospect of litigation and things like that. And there's so many things. The system is so busy now that at my age and menopause and brain fog, it would be really difficult for me to keep up with the demands of the job. And I know within myself that I would probably be an unsafe practitioner. That's why I wouldn't want to really go back into midwifery. And I think I just couldn't keep up with the pace. I don't want to be dangerous or cause harm, because that would be even worse than what I'm doing now. I'll come back to that question. What do I do to stay youthful? The biggest thing I would say is genetics. My mom always looked younger than her age, so she always looked 10 years younger than her age. But also, we all know that genetics, even though you've got good genes, if you don't eat properly, if you don't look after yourself, you don't stay physical, it doesn't matter what your genetics is going to be like. You're just going to deteriorate. That's a horrible word, sorry. But if you're not looking after yourself, I think that will really affect your looks. And also, knowing a lot about nutrition, I do eat to support the changes that us midlife women go through as we age. And if you want to know more about my diets and nutrition and things like that, let me know, because I will be adding more of those types of videos, just to give you a bit more depth and variety on this channel. I'm sure you don't really want to be, you don't really want all this deep, heavy, meaningful topics on this video. So I hope you'll be interested in and the other things that goes on in my life, and not just the deep, heavy topics. So what else? So the really shocking thing about some of the comments on my videos, and I had one this morning as well, which said something about, have I looked into autism or ADHD? And when I first got that message, I thought, what? And this is not this isn't anything to do with people who do have autism or ADHD. And I know that we all have our own things to be dealing with. But that really shocked me. Now, I have no issues at all about looking people in the eye or meeting with people or being with people. In fact, I make friends pretty easily. It's just when the topics I talk about on my videos, it's more to do with being close to people. It's more, for me, it's more to do with I'm so trusting that I think that people are thinking in the same way as me. But I'm sure, like a lot of you, people are only happy with you when you are being how they want you to be. And as soon as you show, well, I like this differently, or I want to live my way differently, that's when all the changes start happening. And they see you as something different. But, oh, you're not me, you're not like me. And that, for me, has been my biggest thing, because then I start believing people that just because I'm different and they don't like me in the way I am, hello from Amsterdam, that when I'm different and they don't like me the way I want to be or I truly am, I feel like there is something wrong with me because that person doesn't like me, or that person doesn't like me, or they don't like the same things as me. And that's been my biggest downfall, because I think I listen to people too much. Their opinions of me has been that it matters more than my opinion of me. And that is what I'm trying to change. And sadly, if it means losing people, then so be it. I've pandered to people's needs and wants and everything else every time that I have to stop it. We have to stop it if you're feeling the same way. Yes, again, to do with autism. I haven't been tested for autism. If for those of you who have thought that about me, and to be honest, I don't think my doctor would even entertain any tests or anything like that. It is just the situations that I have been in that has caused me to actually, now rephrase that. The thoughts and feelings I have about myself is what is attracting people who will reflect that to me. And the reason I say that is I'm sure you've seen a lot of my other videos whereby I talk about the law of assumption, the law of attraction, blah, 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 blah. So this is something that I'm working on myself, is that I have to change myself to attract different people in my life. And in all honesty, I'm just keeping a low profile. Nobody knows of this channel. Actually, I do have one friend. Oh, thank you so much. The comment says, you have a lovely soul. I can see that from your eyes. Oh, thank you. That's really, really thoughtful and kind-hearted of you to say. So nobody knows, none of my friends and none of my family. And in terms of friends, it's only one person, who is Severin, who was here right at the beginning of this live, who knows a bit about this channel. And I like to keep it that way for the time being. Hopefully nobody has seen, none of my friends or family has seen my channel so far. Yeah, so in terms of the autism, I have no fear about making friends or I don't dress funny, I don't have any funny quirks, although I wash my hands a lot. That's the only one thing. But I think that's because I'm not living on my own. So I was never like that before. It's just how I am. I love watching your videos and you are so confident. Oh, thank you. Do you have any tips? Okay, sorry. Thank you for watching my videos. Confidence, I'm not, so at the beginning, seriously, before I started coming on live, it sort of, I had to push myself. I had to push myself to tap on that go button because I was so shaky. I was like so nervous. Sorry if that's affecting the mic. I was so nervous. It took me a few I had to force myself to just push that button and get on with it, really. I think that's the only way, and that is, I think, partly one of the reasons I'm sort of coming out of my shell a bit more, is because I've had so many challenges that nowadays I just think, go. I'll just press that button and see how I go. And I think, once you're in the role of it, or once you've got yourself going, you forget. And the fact that all of you, lots of you, are here and leaving me nice comments, it's really great. So now that I've overcome that first fear, I might start doing this on a weekly basis. So I hope you'll join me for that. Yeah, I know also that there's quite a lot of you who are watching my videos, going through the same things, and want to share your stories on your channels as well. And to be honest, because of the situation I'm at the moment, you know that if you watch my videos, you know that I'm in a house share. And I think at this stage in life also that everyone's got their problems and issues and challenges in their lives, and it's really, really difficult to reconnect or connect with people a bit more often because they've got their own challenges to be doing. And over time, I used to have lots of friends before I moved and was in the countryside. But like I said in my last video, I think it was, that I got totally isolated, and over time I lost a lot of my friends, and they're all just getting on with their lives. And the reason I started this was a bit of catharticism, being cathartic, I guess. And I just thought, right, let me share my life and what's going on. And I would never, ever have thought that my story would resonate with so many of you. And I think that has just given me the confidence that to carry on doing what I'm doing. Okay, so the other question that I got was, someone asked me what was that Ho'oponopono book, and it's actually called Zero Limits. I will put a link in the description down below, and it is by Dr. Joe Vitale. Dr. Joe Vitale, and he's like a metaphysical type person on the internet, so you probably find a lot of his videos and things like that. I mean, I got interested in spiritual stuff and metaphysics and things like that from a very, very young age. And I'll probably do a video on it another time just to share my experiences, because metaphysics really started from my dad. Me and my dad were like great friends. So, and he started me on the train of thought. And I think the first book I had on metaphysics when my journey started was Power of Your Subconscious Mind. I know that it's in my lockup somewhere because it's just, I'm a bit of a collector of things like that. I've got lots and lots of books. And that's why my main goal, so after I do this live, I'm going to record a video, my next video, which is about my my YouTube journey so far and how it's helping me. And hopefully it will help me to get financially stable, because my main goal at the moment is to get my own place. Hi, IRSZ, please. Yeah, so sorry. Maybe I do have short deficit attention disorder. Short, you know what I mean. So my main goal at the moment is to be financially stable and financially viable, well off enough to get my own place. And that's always my main goal since 2 years ago. Okay. Yeah, so that's why I've gone on this live. Thank you so much for joining me today. Does anybody else have any questions before I go? Thank you, really, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support, all your encouragement, and especially the financial support that hopefully I'll be able to claim one day, maybe for Christmas. But I can't just, I have to think about all the other things for me to meet, to be able to get any additional income. So that is my plan, is to grow this video. My plan is to grow this channel so that I can have another form of income and move into a place on my own. So thank you so much. I am going to leave it there if I can find the button. And I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll try and answer them the next time I do a live. And if you really want to help me out, I feel like an advert. Please watch my at least 30%. Please watch at least 30 seconds of the adverts that come up on the videos. I haven't set those videos. I think those are automatically set by YouTube. I haven't worked out how to set where to put the adverts in. So that's it. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.